Every story should have a happy ending, but unfortunately, for some, it's not happiness they find, it's pure terror. Welcome, dear listeners, to a tale that will send shivers down your spine and make your blood run cold. Niall Boylan, a renowned radio talk show host known for his bold opinions and unfiltered honesty, and his wife, Karen, who also served as his dedicated producer, had finally found their dream home. After years of hard work and diligent saving, they had managed to secure a beautiful house nestled in the heart of Dublin, Ireland. From the outside, it appeared to be a picture-perfect dream home, a beacon of tranquility and comfort. The meticulously manicured garden, adorned with vibrant flowers, invited visitors to step into a world of serenity. Its majestic exterior, complete with a grand front porch and elegantly arched windows, exuded an aura of sophistication and grace. It was everything Niall and Karen had envisioned, a sanctuary where they could escape the pressures of their demanding careers and the emptiness that had settled upon their lives now that their children had all grown up and flown the nest. Their 3 children, Sean, Aoife, and Liam, had all embarked on their own journeys, leaving Niall and Karen with a sense of longing for a new chapter in their lives. The house represented a fresh start, a place where they could create new memories and fill the void that their children's departure had left behind. As Niall and Karen stepped foot into their dream home, excitement coursed through their veins. The scent of freshly painted walls and the promise of a blank canvas to bring their vision to life filled the air. They eagerly set about decorating and repairing the house, transforming it into a sanctuary that reflected their personalities and aspirations. Each brushstroke and nail hammered represented their hopes for a future filled with contentment and peace. Karen, with her impeccable taste and eye for detail, carefully selected furnishings and decor that exuded warmth and elegance. Every room in the house told a story, a reflection of their shared journey and the love that bound them together. The living room, adorned with plush sofas and adorned with photographs capturing cherished memories, became a haven of comfort and nostalgia. The kitchen, a culinary playground where Karen could unleash her creativity, became the heart of their home, filled with the sense of tantalizing dishes and the laughter that echoed during family gatherings. The bedroom, with its soft, inviting linens and gentle hues, promised restful nights and whispered secrets shared between lovers. But beneath the surface, behind the facade of domestic bliss, an ominous presence lurked within the house. The dreams that Niall and Karen had woven around their new home began to unravel, revealing a truth far more chilling than they could ever have anticipated. It started with subtle signs, an inexplicable chill in the air, a fleeting shadow glimpsed from the corner of their eye. Gradually, the house shed its idyllic facade, revealing a darker and more sinister nature. Niall, always the skeptic when it came to the supernatural, initially dismissed the strange occurrences as mere coincidences. He attributed the unexplained sounds and whispers he occasionally heard to the settling of an old house or the tricks of an overactive imagination. But as time went on, the voices in his head grew louder, the noises more persistent, tormenting him day and night. His grip on reality began to slip, the weight of the haunting presence bearing down on him like an inescapable nightmare. Karen, loving and supportive as always, grew increasingly concerned for her husband's well-being. At first, she dismissed his claims as stress-induced hallucinations, a result of their demanding careers and the pressures they faced in the public eye. However, as the voices continued to gnaw at Niall's sanity, Karen couldn't help but wonder if there was something more sinister at play. She observed the toll it took on him, the sleepless nights, the vacant stares, the moments when he seemed lost within himself. Her love for Niall compelled her to delve deeper into the history of their dream home, hoping to find answers that could bring solace to her troubled husband. The house, with its rich history dating back over 150 years, held secrets long forgotten by the passage of time. It was said that a series of tragedies had unfolded within its walls, each one bearing a haunting resemblance to the torment that now consumed Niall. Murders, shrouded in mystery and unsolved to this day, had plagued the previous inhabitants of the house. The stories told of a pattern, a recurring nightmare that befell the man of the house, driving him to the brink of madness. He spoke of voices that only he could hear, whispers that taunted and tormented his every waking moment. Desperation and fear clung to their souls, as their pleas for help fell upon deaf ears. The more Karen uncovered about the house's dark past, the more she realized that Niall's experiences mirrored those of the unfortunate souls who had come before him. The haunting presence seemed to target the men of the house, relentlessly invading their thoughts and sanity. It became clear that they were not alone, that an evil force, deeply rooted within the house's foundations, sought to consume the minds of its inhabitants. Their once idyllic dream home was slowly unraveling before their eyes, the veil of happiness gradually giving way to a suffocating sense of dread. It seemed as though the more they tried to create a peaceful haven, the more the house resisted, unraveling their dreams thread by thread. The cracks in the walls grew wider, mirroring the fractures in their own lives. Nights became a torment for Niall, as 3 a.m. became a dreaded hour of awakening. his body drenched in perspiration. He would lie in bed, his mind plagued by nightmarish visions. Shadows danced upon the walls, and whispers echoed through the corridors, taunting him with their elusive presence. Sleep became an elusive dream, as the veil between reality and the otherworldly thinned with each passing night. The sanctuary they had sought had become a prison of torment, locking them in with a force they couldn't comprehend. Karen, torn between her love for her husband and her own fears, found herself caught in a delicate balance. As Niall's producer, she had a professional obligation to ensure the success of his radio show, but as his wife, her heart ached to protect him from the encroaching darkness. The lines between their personal and professional lives blurred, as the house's malevolence seeped into every aspect of their existence. She watched as Niall's on-air persona faltered, his once passionate voice now tainted by an underlying unease. The radio show, once a platform for thought-provoking discussions and engaging debates, now served as a haunting reminder of the darkness that plagued their lives. Niall's voice, once filled with unwavering confidence, wavered at times, betraying the uncertainty that gripped his soul. The listeners, loyal and devoted, noticed the change, the subtle shift in his demeanor that hinted at a deeper struggle. Desperate for answers, Karen sought solace in the wisdom of those who had experienced the supernatural firsthand. She reached out to paranormal investigators and experts in the field, hoping to find a way to banish the malevolent force that had claimed their dream home. Together, they embarked on a journey to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within the house's walls, armed with an arsenal of technology and ancient rituals. As they delved into the house's murky past, they uncovered tales of ancient rituals gone awry, of dark forces summoned in the pursuit of power and immortality. But the deeper they ventured, the more dangerous the path became. The malevolent presence, aware of their intentions, fought back with a vengeance. The air grew thick with tension, as the house itself seemed to rebel against their intrusion. Objects moved of their own accord, and unseen hands brushed against their skin, leaving a chilling trail in their wake. The basement, the epicenter of the haunting, became their battleground, a place where the veil between the living and the dead thinned, allowing the forces of darkness to manifest. It was on one fateful night, as Niall awoke in a cold sweat, that the final confrontation unfolded. The haunting reached its crescendo, with the voices and noises reaching a fever pitch, driving Niall to the brink of madness. In a haze of terror and determination, he made his way to the basement, guided by an unseen force. Clutching a flashlight, his hands trembling with fear and anticipation, he descended into the depths of the house, each step echoing like a drumbeat in his ears. The basement, a cavernous space shrouded in darkness, greeted him with a bone-chilling gust of icy air. His breath formed puffs of mist, as he stood in the heart of the haunting. The voices swirled around him, a cacophony of torment that threatened to shatter his sanity. With each passing moment, the darkness grew denser, suffocating his senses. In a desperate attempt to drown out the voices, Niall dropped to his knees, his hands clasping his ears, screaming for the torment to cease. But the silence that followed was more deafening than the chorus of whispers. The beam of light from his flashlight flickered, then vanished, plunging him into an abyss of darkness. He was alone with the darkness that hungered for his soul. And then, from the depths of the blackness, a guttural, otherworldly sound emerged. A deep, gurgling breath, like that of a monstrous creature, echoed through the basement. It crept closer, inch by inch, until Niall could feel the hot rancid breath on the back of his neck. His heart pounded in his chest, threatening to burst through his ribcage, as the presence drew nearer. In that moment, Karen's voice echoed in his mind, reminding him of their love and the strength they possessed when united. Drawing upon the last vestiges of his resolve, Niall mustered the courage to turn and face the malevolent entity that sought to claim him. With a flicker of his wrist, he ignited a lighter, casting a feeble glow that illuminated the darkness. And there, before him, stood a grotesque figure, an embodiment of the evil that had plagued the house for generations. Its eyes glowed with an unholy fire, and its twisted visage contorted into a menacing smile. But Niall, fueled by a love that transcended the boundaries of this world, stood tall, defying the darkness that threatened to consume him. In a battle of wills and spirits, Niall fought back, armed with the strength of his love for Karen and the indomitable human spirit. The battle raged on, each strike and counterstrike shaking the very foundation of the house. The entity, weakened by Niall's unwavering determination, finally faltered, retreating into the depths from whence it came. As the dust settled and the echoes of the battle faded, Niall emerged from the basement, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. The house, once a symbol of their dreams and aspirations, lay in ruins, its facade shattered, mirroring the scars that marked Niall's soul. But amidst the wreckage, there was a glimmer of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of love. Niall and Karen, forever changed by their harrowing ordeal, made the difficult decision to leave their dream home behind. they sought solace in a new chapter of their lives, far away from the haunting that had threatened to consume them. The scars remained, etched deep within their hearts, a constant reminder of the darkness they had faced. And so, dear listeners, we come to the end of our tale, a tale of love, loss, and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. Remember, not every story has a happy ending, but in the face of unimaginable horrors, there is always hope, always the possibility of finding light within the darkness. May this story serve as a chilling reminder that evil can lurk where we least expect it, and that true strength lies in our ability to confront it, to face our deepest fears, and to emerge on the other side, scarred but victorious. But our journey is not yet over. The darkness still looms, and Niall and Karen's battle against the malevolent forces is far from finished. Will they find a way to banish the haunting from their lives? Will they uncover more secrets of the house's dark past? Tune in next week, as we delve deeper into the heart of the nightmare that unfolds at 3 a.m. Join us for part 2 of 3 a.m. and discover what fate has in store for Niall and Karen in their relentless pursuit of the truth. Until then, hold your loved ones close, for the night is long, and the shadows grow ever darker. Good night, and may you find peace in the light of day.